test this in a minute. As soon as that's done. Better shut that door, else I'm going to get a shitload of midges. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Better shut that door. Yeah, what's wrong with that? What the hell? What the hell? Better shut that door. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Alright, so I was talking to myself in race 1. That race 2 I found out I was talking to myself. What the hell? That's the weird, I've never had that happen before. The mic was working on my headset, the mic was working on my controller. Nothing was muted on the stream broadcast, nothing was muted on Twitch, nothing... I don't understand, just stopped working. How weird. Don't be surprised that somebody at Virgin Media having had to splat their whole ISP setup for Northampton or something since it went down for several postcode areas last night. Anyway, right, okay, well, I'm just going to do a couple of things. So anyway, we're going to go 30 minutes endurance race. Hopefully I can be heard throughout the whole lot. Got tyre wear and fuel consumption on. All setup is allowed though. Fully modded car. 789 brake. 1280 kilos for the 296 GT3. So I'm just going to put it on spectate. And I'm going to mute and then unmute. Right, I should now be able to hear myself. That's weird. I don't know what was going on there. Right, I'll do my usual thing. I'll pick a victim and let them just go around and you can see what happens, but I'd better just say... Oh, actually, did I actually already say that? Yeah. I'll do that. How about put 1 min add watch Smithy go round, I think.
Now, mate. I need someone to check the stream health really. Just making a group BRB.
Yeah, they wanted to start and I had to go. Right, just talk to myself, see if that is heard. Go. Yes. Bizarre that I have to check that. Alright, okay, I've got a voice now. I don't know when it could find out on the first stream when it cut out. So, 30-minute endurance, so it's hards and medium tyres got to be used, and they're in the starting grid order, the finishing order of the last sprint race. Go. Oh, it's a bad start from Scary. Chris flashing his lights like mad. I think Smithy's going to get him down into turn one that misleads. And Falk, oh, gets a punt from behind. I think that's Gear Kayla, just didn't quite get his braking right, but they've all survived. Scav and Speed Freak having a bit of a push, put everyone through. And into the second corners, still a lot of them side by side, that's the view I wanted. Summerus down in 10th. So he got disconnected by the looks of it in that last sprint race. That's totally reversed the championship from his point of view. But anyway, we carry on. So Falcon comfortable second. That's a big melee for third place. So Scary's going to dive down into the Dunlop, but he's dived too much and gone off. And as the rest, pretty much the whole field goes through, he's down in 9th, 10th place. Neymar missed making a break for it on the faster medium tyres. Falcons on the hards. That's good. in second place on the slower tyres at this stage. Snowman getting better, race by race it looks like. It's in third place. We've got Smithy, Gear Kayla, Chris all bumping and barging through those corners. No one trying any dives down to the chicane. And get back to the front, big lead for Mist now. Making the most of those tyres. The Snowman is catching Falcon by the looks of it. And faster tyres, so Falcon's going to want to see how long he can hold them up for. It's the only way that's going to work. Smithy fourth, Gear Kayla, Chris, Speed Freak, Summerus. Getting past by Scary Biker. Possibly. Looked like he's going to try the switchback, but it hasn't worked. So he's now stuck behind him in the twisty section. You've got Grandad and Scav. Very similar liveries. Playing teammates. So Mist is extending that lead still. Well, Snowman was catching Falcon, but that's gone back to where it was, that gap, and Smithy nearly ran off the track there. So Gear Kayla and Smithy both on the mediums. Gear Kayla's sort of having a look, down in the Dunlop. No, can he cut back a tighter, straighter exit? Not quite. And they're going to have to go single file. Have a quick look at what Mist is doing. Yeah, looking safe, sound. So really it's these three on medium tyres that are engaged in battle. Smithy can catch up with them. Now he's got past Chris and Summerus on the hards. Scav on the mediums, Speed Freak on mediums, and Ricky on the hards, and Grandad, oh it's actually Nana on the hards at the back. So yeah, this gap is going up nicely for Mist. Already looking commanding. And Snowman is doing well to hold off Smithy and Gear Kayla, but what he needs to be doing is catching Falcon. He was doing so on those faster medium tyres, and he should still have considerable tyre advantage, but he needs Smithy and Gear Kayla either to pass him or leave him alone. And very rarely do racing drivers cooperate and work together. Very, very rarely. Not even teammates do that most of the time, let alone rivals. So yeah, it's still this battle really, isn't it, for third place. Again, Gear Kayla trying that wide line in, tighter, straighter line out. Can he get a sniff down the inside? He has. And Smithy had to submit, so that's a good move by Gear Kayla. Got the exit speed at a Dunlop. And he's straight at the back of Snowman. Now, either one of these three, now four with Scary joining it. But you'll get away with that. They need to out, go three wide. They need to sort themselves out and get doing some clean proper. That's what Scary's the one benefiting the most from this. So he's already got past Smithy, and he's gonna go down the inside of Gear Kayla as well. That's a good move. And it looks like he's gonna have the exit and the straight line speed, so maybe Scary can do something about Snowman. Or is Snowman gonna do something himself? Oh, hang on. And a half. And Gear Kayla have managed to get past Snowman. This is like That's our Snowman getting roughed up now, so he's just into from third to sixth. So, how fast can they catch Falcon? How much can Falcon hold him up? If he can hold him up, that's really good for his strategy. He's currently lapping, well, about a second slower than Mist at the moment on those medium tyres. That's about right. There's about a second roughly between softs, mediums and hards. So they're probably on a similar pace. Wait to see what Gear Kayla can do on a clear lap. But these four still together. Chris, second of the hard runners. Summerus is down in 10th, is he? I thought he started on the hards. He hasn't had an early pit stop that I didn't see. No, I don't think so. I must have seen that wrong. I know he missed lead, still eking up. Nowhere near a crossover point yet on the tyres. And it looks like they're all getting really even tyre wear, all of them. So what's Gear Kayla's lap going to be? Now it's 53.6, but same pace as Mist then at the moment, which is a second faster than Falcon. Scary, sort of a bit deep into turn one there. Oh, and Smithy having a big swapper. These four still pretty together. And you take one mistake from one of them to mix that up completely. I got Summerus on those medium tyres. Having a look at Ricky. Yeah, go around on the outside. Uses a tyre advantage. Nicely done. I missed putting no faster sectors in as well. So that's why Gear Kayla's got that gap down to Falcon down by about, what, a second? Also setting faster sectors. Is this really fuel limited, this track then? Not tyres. Snowman slide in it. So that's a better view of what's going on. It was. Just keep going through the field. Some of us can get some fast laps in, but he's got 2 minutes, 2 minutes. There's some major problems at the start somewhere. And as Mist, so he's settled straight into his rhythm. So that was a slower lap. What's Falcon going to do? He's doing his fastest lap. Oh, that's interesting. But those tyres are not... Most mediums really aren't that bad. That is not... Oh, hang on, it's updated. It's a 53.3 course. I forgot about that bug. So no, it wasn't a faster lap by Falcon. I was going to say, there's no way those tyres are at a crossover point yet. And judging by the wear, it looks like an obvious strategy would appear to be to run the mediums as long as you can. 10 minutes into the race already, run the mediums as long as you can, get rid of them when they're probably lapping down in the 154s, I would guess, judging by Falcon's pace. And then do as few laps as you can on the hards. So I'm just looking by Mist tyre wear, so 10 minutes. He can easily make 20 minutes on these mediums at good pace, surely. Yeah, it's probably going to be fuel limited then, but even then, half a tank, 20 minutes. It's going to be a very short stint. Whoever does the shortest stint on the hards, I think. So I would expect Falcon to come in pretty soon, if that's the case. And he is in, there you go. Damn, I can call a race. So, Gid Kayla takes over for second place. And wait for it, Scary into third and Smithy into fourth. What's happened to Snowman? I think he's had an off somewhere, 209 lap. Yeah, he's had a big spin. That's a shame, he was running well. He's actually behind Chris now, so Chris now is second of the hard runners, but now first of the hard runners. And is he running too many laps? So yeah, it looks like on this track and this car, the medium tyres look pretty good. That does mean we're not going to get a massive difference in strategies, though. Unfortunately, there's going to be no genius plays. So let's look at the lap times with Scary Biker and Gid Kayla. Gid Kayla's capable of more speed. Let's say Scary really took advantage of that battling earlier on to catch this lot and get amongst them. So by rights he shouldn't really be there. Well, unless he started there, he would have probably been round about there, well, sliding it. But his pace is fairly similar, so he should still be quite a bit further back. So Mist is still going on the mediums. I expect all this lot will still be going on the mediums. Chris now has Summerus for company. So Summerus has got a lot of work to do here to recover some points. He needs a miracle, really. He's 35 seconds pretty much behind the leader. Oh, he's dealing with Chris pretty well. So he's had, let's say by those lap times, he's had 3 spins in the first 3 laps. That's where his 10 seconds a spin, and that's where his 35 seconds has gone. Falcon going past Chris, who's left his braking too late. Oh, he just avoided them both. That was lucky. But it has put Falcon right over Summerus, which Summerus will hate, because he would have loved to have stayed ahead of him for quite a bit longer. So Falcon is a pit stop ahead of Summerus. And we'll see what happens with his lap times. Oh, Summerus is Smithy's gone off. I think that was a standard. Yes, actually, I think that was out of the Dunlop, wasn't it? Into that chicane. Not massive time loss. So it looks like the fuel is burning off faster than the tyres here, because they're still setting faster sectors, even though they're getting more tyre wear. So I wonder if they might be able to just run these cars down to an empty tank. I don't see any short shifting from Mist or Gid Kayla, so no one is fuel saving. Yeah, Smithy is not fuel saving. And Falcon, who's just going past Scav, you might have seen him late, and Summerus. And there's no fuel saving going on, so it could be quite a straightforward race strategy wise. That's good, because when I'm doing it tomorrow, that means I don't have to do loads of practice. If the BMW is anything like these, it should be similar. So, bit of field spread. Looks like Snowman's been in for his hard tyres. I think he might have come in too soon for that as well. Probably want to run those mediums for a bit longer, but it depends on the car. Some cars get really nasty when you get a bit of tyre wear, some others just don't. So what's Miss going to do? This lap was 16 minutes, way past half distance. I'm expecting him to run that fuel tank dry before he pits. So really it is kind of a, it's good though, it's as fast as you can sort of race. There's no fuel saving going on, there's no tyre saving going on. Just go as fast as you can. Not unless you can get a significant tyre advantage. So Kayla's coming in now on 17 minutes. Having just set his fastest lap. Yeah. Judging by that, if he's just set his fastest lap, surely he could have run that tank dry. But he's not, he's going for the pit stop. How much fuel does he put in? Nearly 3/4, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay, he's out in 5th. Falcon's gone past. Summerus is with him, still running on those mediums. Or Geekale has a twitch though. He would like to stay ahead of him. He'd like to stay ahead of Summerus in this section if he can. I don't know what cross set. Oh, Summerus has managed to turn inside. So those mediums still have grip. They're still superior to the hards. So yeah, it looks like Kayla's stopped too soon, if you ask me. Alright, back to Mist. Is approaching halfway on those tyres. Still in the 53s. Pretty consistent. Yeah, he's going to do another lap. Yep. Scary Biker's usually harder on his tyres, so his right rear is looking pretty bad. Left rear not much better, but he's nearly out of fuel anyway, so he's now in the 54s. So I'm guessing he's going to come in, or he should come in. Yes, and Smithy's going to follow him as well. So they've, well, Scary definitely by tyres, and I'm guessing Smithy by fuel. 7 and 9 litres. So Falcon will go past him comfortably. Having elected to get the hards out of the way first. And according to the timer, it does go through in seconds. Summerus up to 3rd temporarily. Get Kayla is out in 4th, and yep, Scary will come out 5th, Smithy 6th. Right, Ricky's in the pits, getting rid of his hard tyres. He could have come in sooner, as could Chris, I'm sure. Maybe they didn't spend very long working on the strategy, who knows. Snowman's going to soldier on. Speed Freak's been in. He's on the hards. Grandad's coming in as well. Oh, Nana, not Grandad, is coming in. So, is this a pit stop lap for Mist, or is he going to do one more? I mean, the lap times are still good. Let's just reset, so make sure it's, yeah, it is genuine 53.5. Yeah, he's going to do another one. So he's still got the fuel and he's still got the pace. There's no reason to stop. So Falcon now has done a couple of laps, so he's going. Oh, he's on the mediums, isn't he? So I'm looking for someone on hards. Get Kayla. Let's see what his lap time is on the hards. I should have to wait for him to cross the line. Oh, there's a slide. So it could be he's now running traction control. So looks like this car is not happy on part worn tyres, and he can't put full throttle down on the exit of that corner. Summerus pits. He will drop well down the order. Quite out of sequence. So what's Kayla done? 54.8. Those hard tyres are slow. And let's see what Scary does on this lap as well. As Smithy. So Summerus, yeah, he's going to come out 6th. That's not so bad, given where he was at the start, given the issues he had at the start. Oh, he's gone mediums again. Oh, was that a mistake or was that deliberate? He's going to have to stop again, that's for sure. Got to run both sets, both tyres. So just checking down the order, quite a bit of field spread towards the back. Mist is in, so he ran his tank dry, so that's about 1 litre or less. Yep. So he did do a 54.7 on that last lap, assuming that time is actually correct. How much fuel? Oh, it's not going to be much. Yep, short pit stop. So Falcon is in a solid second, but Mist has got pit straight advantage over him. Late pit stop, short fuel, works pretty well. So let's get Kayla getting on. So he's in the 54s. Scary and Smithy 55, 56s. Summerus, what's he trying to do? Maybe he thinks he can't do much better than 6th and is just going to try and sneak a fastest lap, maybe? He needs, well, he only needs a 1/10 of a second on his own best time, doesn't he? That's very doable. Missing a 52.8, Falcon 52.7, and Summerus a 52.8. 52.9 for Gear Kayla. The fastest laps are pretty close. So it looks like it's within Summerus's pace and setup and ability and so on. Mist will be happily cruising to the line, so 1st and 2 seconds will be very nice. That's a good recovery from the bad round he had last weekend. I think 1 race, or was it 2 races? 2 races, I think he finished well out of the top 3. So how's Falcon getting on pace-wise on these tyres? 53.1, I think that's an actual 53.1, yes it is. 54.8 for Gear Kayla. Yep, so what sort of speed can Summerus do on these tyres? He wants fastest lap. Oh, he's got it. Couple of 10ths. And the only person who might be able to beat that is probably going to be Falcon on low fuel, but his tyres look too gone. So it could be a pretty safe fastest lap, so maybe that was his idea. He just looked at the gap, looked at the timings, thought, I can't do any better than 6. But he can, though. He could have done, because Smithy's only 4 seconds up the road. Fastest lap isn't guaranteed. And with Smithy, Scary and Gear Kayla all fairly close together at this stage of the race, there's potentially, possibly 3 places there, which is more points than a fastest lap. Yeah, sometimes you just got to cut your losses. Damage limitation. Always half a second up nearly. So that's going to really annoy him then if he had that sort of pace and he's only going to come 6th. Didn't see what happened in the first couple of laps, so I don't know if he had made mistakes, got tagged or whatever. So leaderboards, timing boards all over the place again. Good old Gran Turismo. So 54.3, 53.6. It's only a second. So Miss can afford to hemorrhage that gap he built up in the first stint. But those mediums are definitely still quicker. So pretty fresh hards can't compete with what, at least a third gone on those mediums. They're going to be worse, I think, slower in a couple of laps maybe, but then that's the end of the race. And get Kayla looking pretty safe, actually. But yeah, it's all big field spread now, and because the strategy seemed pretty obvious, there isn't much to see. Some of us can gain a place here, but I'm certain he has to stop again for hards. And you have to do a timed lap, so you'll have to come in this lap. Although 33 seconds over Ricky will be pretty safe, I think. He did improve that lap time on 52.4. So there was definitely pace there. Oh, I think he might have actually touched Smithy there and ran into the back of him. Then Gran Turismo did its physics thing of it makes you spin because you can't push the car in front. So the front brakes, the rears spin. No, he didn't. He did it all by himself. And then it makes you actually spin. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm on replay. God, nearly left the lobby. Right, so yeah, Miss holding that lead around 8 seconds. So could be approaching crossover point there. So half worn mediums. Look to be about the same speed as almost fresh hards. Get Kayla in the 54s on those hards, doesn't like those tyres, but pretty safe third. I'm sure he'll take that. So it looks like this is going to be the last lap for most of these guys. Oh. Well, Summerus is, I'm sure he was on medium tyres at the first stint. Maybe he did a pit stop and I didn't see. Maybe that one of those over 2-minute laps was actually to change tyres, and it didn't register as a pit stop on the leaderboard. I wonder if that's what happened. Now Chris is finished, Snowman's finished. Scav is sliding all over the place. That looked pretty good. I'm going wide. I think he's messing around, to be honest, because he's got a massive gap to Speed Freak. I think he's trying to drift. So Mist comes round, last couple of corners. Another commanding win. That's good weekend's work. Second, first. Vulcan not bad either though. Didn't he have first, second? Further down the championship order though. And Kayla is going to come in third. Safe third. Scary sliding it out the chicane. And Summerus, maybe he must have done a stint on the hards and I didn't see it. It'd have been one lap. And he's some medium. And if that's the case, I don't think that worked. We did get him a fastest lap. It's effectively a fourth finish. And we've got Ricky coming round as well. We've got to wait for. Decent result for him. He just needs to do his usual thing of, oh, am I still streaming? I've got a network error on Twitch. Oh no, that's just Twitch. And Ricky comes in as well. Reload the player. Right, anyway, there's the results. So, Miss wins, but not fastest lap. Look how close those fastest laps are, though. 52.8, 52.7, 52.9. And the 53.2's not far behind, 53.6, but Sunrise did get that fastest lap. But that's just will have sent Mist back to the top of the championship. Light Stream seems to have been paying up as well. I just like to see the points. Yeah, it's much more than a 4-point swing. Scary Biker's not going to have gone anywhere, and that Falcon will have done though, so he should be up to third. A really two-horse race, really, apart from disconnects, but Sunrise has had one of those. Disaster race for him. Anyway, that was round 4 of Virgin Media apparently having fixed my internet connection, having apparently not properly fixed my internet connection. So I shall be on the phone to them and hopefully get it sorted out before the race tomorrow. At least I didn't get disconnected from GT7, I suppose. So anyway, same time next week for this, and same time tomorrow for Midge Makes.